Hey guys, don't forget to go like and subscribe to this podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube. We'd also love to hear feedback and questions from our listeners about today's episode. Feel free to shoot us an email at askSoSheSaid@gmail.com or SoSheSaidShow on Instagram. And without further ado, let's get this party started. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of So She Said. I'm Asha.
I'm Tam.
And today we're on a different topic. We've decided to discuss whether we believe a woman can be too independent or not. And I posed this question on my Instagram story not too long ago, and I got several responses, mostly from men. That's exactly what I wanted, because I think we know how we feel. It was just a matter of seeing like how the other side felt about this.
Yes.
But since we're here in the flesh right now, like I'll start with you and your opinion on this.
Okay, for me, if you would ask me this maybe like a senior in high school or like when I was 18, I would say no, there's no such thing as being too independent. What are you talking about? Blah, 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 right? Like every person is an independent person. We all have to take care of ourselves.
Right.
At 25, almost 26, I would say absolutely there's such thing as a woman that's too independent because, and maybe it's just the way our society is, but like men and women to a certain extent have been groomed for certain roles, whether we like it or not, just throughout history. And our modern idea hasn't really, in my opinion, hasn't been caught up to with the men. So women will think that, we think that we could have it all, or that's what's marketed to us. Like, you can be the working woman that has a family and a husband and blah, 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 and you can have everything going. You can be a business owner and blah, blah, blah. But a guy thinks that a woman is supposed to like cook and clean and have children. And if you have a job, that's cool. That's cute that you work and stuff.
That's so fucked up.
But I don't really think that they care about that or they respect, so that's why a super independent girl would see a girl that is maybe less independent. Like she always has her hand out. She's always in an emergency, like damsel in distress. And we wonder why that girl is like getting taken care of. Duh, because she's putting out the signals that she needs help. Your independent ass is walking around like nails done, hair done, bills paid, everything done. I don't need nobody besides like for some drive-by dick. So that's what you're going to get. And you wonder why niggas don't want to do shit for you, because it seems like you got it all together.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm torn on this because I feel like I've heard both sides, and I feel like I always like try to be balanced, like somewhere in the middle on things or whatever. So let's just pedal back. Like I remember like when we used to live together, you told me once upon a time that you're all for gender roles. Like, yes. Do you still feel that way?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it makes shit easier.
Okay.
It just is. It just makes things easier. I heard an older man say that when everyone's in charge, people die. There has to be one person in charge. We can't all be in charge. Mm-hmm. So I believe that in a relationship, in a house, in a business, whatever, there has to be roles. Like there's a CEO and there's a CFO. There's a general manager and there's like the department managers, you know?
Traditional gender roles though, right? Like not like modern day, because it could be the opposite where the man stays home and cooks and cleans and
I'm just
watches
saying
kids.
Just roles. I don't care who gets what, just roles. Like we need to have our place in this house. Mm-hmm. So like in my house I don't cook, but I clean up. Okay. So like that would kind of be seen as non-traditional, right? Because like the woman's supposed to cook and clean and do all this stuff, but no, like we have our little own agreement. But I do clean. I'm the only person that cleans, period. Mm-hmm. So it's like this is just what it is, and I'm not like, why are you putting yourself on? You never pick up the stuff, like you never wash the dishes. Like,
so
no.
Do you like let him feel like a man? Like when you know you can do shit?
I go out of my way to try, because in the past, like I'm saying, I've been with this person a long time. Mm-hmm. So like in the past, I would think that that's what you're supposed to do, because I saw my mom do it. Like you have to do shit for yourself. You do everything for yourself. Otherwise you seem needy or like desperate or like a loser or some shit. Like you can't handle your own life. But no, like you need a man, or if you don't let him feel like you need him for anything, then he doesn't do anything. Mm-hmm. And then you be like, this nigga ain't shit. Like, no, you don't even give him an opportunity to like rise to the occasion. You're always like, oh no, I got it. I'm every woman ass nigga. Like, okay, then be by yourself if you don't need anybody. And I've had that said to me by a guy. You think you're a man. If you got everything, what do you need me for?
That's deep.
So, yeah, and I fell the fuck back. Like, okay, I feel you. I'm not doing nothing I don't need to do. I don't take out the trash in my house. I don't do any car-related activities.
Well, okay, the reason this question even dawned in my head is, like, I was thinking to myself, like, damn, like, am I too independent? Like, you know what I mean? I take care of myself. Like you said, like, I get all my own shit done. Like, I really don't expect, like, a man to do shit for me, to be honest, like, because I know I got it. Like, and I'm just like, like, I wonder if that's, like, what's the word I'm looking? Intimidating, yes, but, like, I don't know the word I'm looking for here. Not, like, backtracking or, like, you know what I mean?
Like counterproductive.
Yes, I wonder if that's counterproductive to, like, progressing forward with someone. And I'm just like, as a woman, do you have to, like, dumb yourself down, like, in order to, like, keep somebody happy? Like, just act like you can't do or you're not capable of doing shit so that you can flourish within a relationship?
For me, personally, I had to change my idea of it for it to even work. Because before, I was thinking exactly like that. Like, it's not like I can't. Like, I'm not handicapped. I'm very capable of doing all of these things. Just because I can do something doesn't mean I have to. Doesn't mean I want to. So just because I can, like, go to a Jiffy Lube or a Valvoline and get my oil changed and pay, doesn't mean I want to. Doesn't mean I should have to. And if I'm fucking you, then that's your assignment now.
Okay.
Go forth.
Once upon a time, I was dealing with someone, and, like, it was, like you said, there were very set rules that we had in place. Like, I would come over and clean up. And then, like, wash the sheets, wash the blankets, whatever. Like, cook, like, you know what I mean? Like, he'd give me money and be like, hey, like, can you go to the store, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff, and like make dinner later. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, like, that's fine, you know what I mean? But I saw my mom, like, doing that type of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, she would cook, she would clean, this, that, and the third, like, and then my dad would do the man stuff, like cut the grass, like, whatever. So I would do whatever, that type of stuff. Then in his lane, he would get my car washed or wash my car and mow the lawn and, I don't know, dig shit in the backyard or whatever. Like, you know, if I needed some money or something to take care of something, right, he would give me the money to do that. Like, and I didn't have a problem with that necessarily, but, like, I've had conversations with women and they're like, no, like, it doesn't need to be that way or whatever. You guys aren't, like, together. Like, you guys are only, like, dating, or you're only talking. Like, why are you know what I mean? Like,
okay, I've heard that too. I've heard girls flat, like, you can't do wifey shit for a boyfriend, or you can't be doing all of that for him because y'all are only dating, and that's, like, more than that. But I feel like that's where girls now fuck up, because how am I even going to know if I should marry you if I want to, if you haven't proven to me that you're, like, capable of taking care of certain shit?
You can do manly shit.
Or the opposite way with women. Like, okay, if I'm not, like, coming to your apartment and I see that your apartment is, like, a little bit dirty or not up to my standard, right, how my place is, and, like, maybe you don't have food in the fridge or whatever, and you're, like, sliding me money. Okay, if I'm staying the night at your house, or maybe we're comfortable and I'm staying the weekend, I'm gonna go grocery shop and I'm gonna get, like, some bleach and I'm gonna get some Windex, and your house is gonna be better than when I came here, when I leave.
Girl, I couldn't stand how this fool's room used to look. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on here?
Like, maybe I'll get you an air freshener or, like, a candle, because this is just too much. Like, there needs a woman's touch.
No lie, like, I used to see why, like, my mom would be so mad. Like, what the hell? I just cleaned this shit. Like, I would come back the next day, like, what the fuck? I just cleaned the kitchen. Like, why does it look like this? Like, why? Like,
taking it personal because you put your time into it.
Like, I was like, okay, it makes sense.
I respect her now.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, I guess, I don't know, maybe there can be a such thing as, like, being too independent to the fact where you're just like, I don't need nobody for nothing, for shit, to help me with la 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 la. But in another way, it's just like, it's hard, because I feel like once you get to this, like, point in independence, I think where I'm at right now, it's almost hard for me to, like, allow someone to come into my life and to do shit for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
so
just
it's like you got to relinquish a little bit of control bit by bit. You can't just throw it all out. That'll be too jarring for you.
Oh my God.
You have to, like, go slow, like, put a nigga in charge of your car. like maintenance and repairs, you know? Put a nigga in charge of your computer, you know? Step by step.
I'm like, damn, like, am I like incapable of being with somebody because I'm just so used to being by myself and handling shit by myself?
I've lived with someone for a minute and I still get like in little disagreements because like, oh, I went off and I did some shit and I didn't say anything. Like the other day I got a truck to move some stuff because it couldn't fit in my car, and like I took the day off to accomplish this goal, and I wasn't about to like call you and tell you I failed or I couldn't do it. So I took my talents to U-Haul. I paid $50. I got a truck. I handled that shit. When he came home, he was like, you don't think you had to tell me, blah, blah, blah. You just doing shit. Why are you hiding shit? And I was like, hiding? What am I hiding?
I just took care of business.
But
the shit needed to get done, so I did it.
Look, straight up. But to
What's wrong with that?
But to another person, it's like you didn't even include them. You didn't say anything. You could have, maybe he had another solution that could have helped me that cost less money. I don't know.
You know, I've been saying lately, like, or like when I like, you know, begin to like talk to someone, I'm like, look, I don't really know how to do like this relationship thing. Like, it's something I'm gonna have to work on because like I know how to do me. I don't know how to do we.
Yes.
Like,
and that's something that you learn though.
Yeah, like,
I still don't know how to do
I don't know how to include you in my plans or like, you know, consider like your feelings and what's cool to you and what's not cool or whatever. But that's part of communication. Maybe I've just had situations where communication was shit. You know what I mean? Like, I know how to do me. So I was just really like in this little rabbit hole, like thinking like, damn, like too independent. Is that a thing? Like, so, you know, of course I had to go to the streets. And
the streets is the internet.
Yeah. In the streets. The internet streets. Instagram, Twitter, all that. Pavement. iMessage, you know, and ask my male counterparts what they thought. Do you think a woman can be too independent? And I got some very interesting responses. One being, I think that a guy needs to feel like a man and a woman needs him in some way for something. If not financially, then in the bedroom or emotionally. But if she is so independent that she doesn't need any of that, then it would at least be a problem for me. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, so I think that maybe society may teach Black women that we don't need a man. At least that's what I've observed.
For sure. My whole life, I've been around nothing but some strong Black women. Hashtag strong Black women. And they're always like, you don't need no man. You can do bad all by yourself. If he's not going to do X, Y, and Z, then you don't need him. Like, they tell you all the reasons why you don't need a man. I've never heard a reason why you do need one.
Interestingly enough, though, I don't know that my mom's taught me that, though. Honestly.
Well, your mom's a different type of lady.
Which is interesting because, like, I'm the way that I am. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she's like, well, if he can't buy you steak and lobster, then you don't need him or whatever. Or he should be doing this, that, and third and buying you this and doing that for you and la, 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 la. So I guess what I was taught is she's like, yeah, let him do shit for you. Okay. You get what I mean? Yeah. But I was just like, for me, like, why don't I do that? Like, is it am I that much of a rebel?
Let me like psychoanalyze you. Okay, this is therapist Tam. Maybe because of what you've seen in your mom's life, in your personal life, because of that, like the relationship with her and your dad. Like, not that it's negative in any way, but maybe you were just like, I don't want that life. Like, I don't want to live like her. I don't want to be like a housewife in the suburbs and like my life be about these kids and a guy. Like, no, I want to like live in the city and be hot, like Sex in the City, and like be popping and have my own life, my own plans. So if I let a guy do some shit for me, like you're telling me, I'm gonna end up like you. No. I'm running from that. Anytime a nigga offers me something, I'm running from the suburbs. Like, no, you're not about to put me in that house.
You can't tame me. Never. I'm free. I want to be free, damn it, and live my life and travel the world.
I refuse to be caged in.
I'm my own person. No.
You're horrified.
You think you're just gonna tame me and I'll just have a fucking broom in my hand and be sweeping his shit? No.
Taking care of your kid. You got me fucked up.
But like, I'm at a point in my life where I do want that. I do want a family and kids and a husband and a house and all this other shit. And I'm just like, yo, like, why ain't this shit happening? Like, and I'm just like, oh, damn, am I letting anybody into my life to, like, make that shit happen or not?
Am I not beating these niggas back with a stick?
Exactly. Like, but anywho.
Oh, that's hilarious.
My male responder also, so I said, like, my male responder also said that, well, I posed the question. Wait, no, I'm sorry, guys. I'm reading this wrong. He said that I think every woman needs a man, and it's weird to me when I see older women without any men. He's like, men need women too, just as important. And then I said, so when's a woman too independent? I need specific examples. Like, what would make you say, damn, she really doesn't need me? And he responded, I think it's cool for a woman to be independent, but the problem comes in when they go into a relationship and don't fall back and take their role. This is blunt honesty.
It really is.
From the male species. And he said, when the woman starts treating me like I'm the child, then I'm out. And I was like, so damn, basically you need to be able to flex your masculinity. And he was like, or if she makes me feel like I'm not performing my dick duties, I'm ghost. And he's like, absolutely, I need to flex my strong man role. When I fall back, I have to feel like I'm only doing it to make her happy and make it feel like a team. But in actuality, in the back of my head, I know I'm really running shit.
Yeah, he's just basically saying, like, you can do you as long as it makes me, if I still get to feel like the man. Like, but I need to feel like the man at all times, unless this is not about to work.
So do men feel like it's emasculating for a woman to be too independent because the rules that society puts on them, or the expectation that society puts on men to be a man?
Yeah, because it's all based on that. That's why,
like, I'm rough and tough and strong, and I can chop wood and
I
hunt
protect
animals and bring home the bacon and la 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 la, like the fucking, like, Johnny Bravo or some shit.
Yes, like, I'm handling my, like, biblical role to protect and provide for this woman, like a man is the head of the household, blah blah blah. Like, to take it even deeper, if you're a religious person, you feel like God has you, like you're the God of your home, and you're put in this position to, like, you know, rule over these people. So if you're not doing your man shit, then what am I here for? I have no spot. I need to go and, like, be a man to a woman that will allow me to do that, or that needs a man. Because if you're here and you don't,
but then when you need a man, you're too needy. So what's the healthy balance here?
Yeah,
because y'all ain't making no sense.
I think,
like,
I think that's what
baby boy. Like, I'm just saying, you need to make up your mind.
You don't, he doesn't want a girl that's, like, doesn't do anything, that's just super needy, like, oh my god, where you going, can I come, oh, what time are you coming back, where you gonna be, I don't understand why you always gotta be with your friends, how come I can't come? You don't want somebody clingy and needy, but you don't want some girl that's, like, fucking bumping Independent Women part 1 and 2 in your house and, like, fucking whipping up to you in the car like, I'm about to go out with my friends, bye, I'm gonna be back when I be back.
But see, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with, like, hey, I'm going to go hang out with my girls tonight. You go hang out with your dudes, whatever. Like, and we can come back later on and, like, just...
It's presentation. It's the way that it's done. So if you're just dipping out and you're not saying anything because you're an independent-ass woman and you got your own money, your own car, your own everything, and you don't need me. So I hit you up like, oh, what you doing tonight? And you're like, oh, I'm out with my girls. It's girls' night. Like, flicking it up. You sent him a video. Or then just telling him, like, or saying, like, hey, I would really like to go out tonight with my friends. I think you should go out with your friends too. And then he would be like, oh, okay. Like, he might take it differently. Then you just out, like, popping on your own. That niggas are way more insecure than females, in my opinion. They can't handle it. Like, a girl will, a nigga will cheat on a female a bunch of times. She'll still be with him. A nigga cannot take it. His whole life is shattered now. He's questioning his dick. He's questioning himself, like, his life, what he's been doing wrong. No, girls bounce back like, whatever, should be happening. I'm still out here. I can do it. Guys aren't that way. So if they get any slight inclination that you don't need them, or that is some other shit out there that you're doing that's more important than them, I feel like they break down.
That's sad.
Well, you niggas is weak-minded.
It's upsetting me and my homegirl because I just feel like if you can't go to Villanoche, where the hell could you go? I'm sorry.
It's the truth, though.
That's sad.
I got an answer from somebody, and I think it's interesting and kind of weird, but this is just a glimpse into the male mind. He said, I don't know, depends on the woman. Independent means free from outside control. So yeah, I would say being too independent can come as a detriment to having relationships, gaining trust, things like that. If you're too independent, then you probably use people and fuck over people. So yeah, I don't know about that independent.
I think that's just narcissism.
But can't that be a component in being super duper independent? Is that you don't feel like anyone else is important enough to like include in your shit? You're just all about yourself all the time.
Well, fuck, maybe I'm a narcissist. I don't know. You tell me. Because I don't feel like anyone else is more important than me at this point in my life. It's the truth. Nobody's entered my life that I feel like that. I mean, like, yeah, like my family's important, my friends are important, whatever. But like at this point in time, like I gotta go get it. I gotta make something of myself so that my life isn't shit.
Yeah, but
who's playing an additional role here? What do you bring to the table?
Like, you see that?
What do you bring?
If you would let me show you, if you let me whip my table out and set it up. It's not my fault that you drive around with your table on display.
If you share your toys, maybe I could show you my toys.
I'm just saying.
Selfish asshole.
I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
Maybe I'm just selfish. I don't know.
I am very selfish. I'm an only child. It's second nature to me. It's first nature to me to be selfish. I don't understand. So it is hard. I have to step outside of myself to share things, even like my space. Even like when I first moved, or my boyfriend and I first moved together, it was a hard adjustment for me to see his stuff like in my area. And I felt like a really bad person. Like I went and talked to my mom and I was just complaining like all his stuff is like all over my closet. Like his shoes like taking up the space and whoop. And like I have my shoes like stacked up in these clear boxes and then his shoes just in all these different kind of boxes. And I don't like it. And I don't like the way it looks. And now when I'm getting ready, my mom is just like, whoa. Like be quiet. Why did you ask him to live with you? You didn't want him to bring his stuff. And I was like, I didn't even think like that. I was like, why is your stuff not decently and organized like my stuff? Oh, because you're a different person. That's why. Maybe you're not obsessive compulsive.
Maybe I'll call this episode INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means?
She got her own house.
She got her own car.
Stallion.
She a bad bride.
You ain't on sit down. You ain't on sit down.
See, where's the Webby niggas at? Actually, I take that back. I don't want no Webby for my man.
Because you ain't gonna be too independent with him. He gonna fuck you up.
I take it back. I said, damn it.
Girl, give me that pussy.
Girl, give me that. Ow.
Oh, where the Webbies niggas at?
He did make that song, right? I'm not okay. I was like, did I fuck that up? No, okay.
Oh,
I know my artists. And then I had another response, and this gentleman said, what is too independent? How can someone be too independent? And I was like, I don't know. You know how there's women out there that think they don't need a man for anything, like no matter what, they got it. And he was like, I think that's just being spiteful.
You see? So he just thinks you bitches are the devil.
Fuck. These are some cold-blooded, and this is why I fuck with men, because they just give it to you real and raw. Like, they're
not concerned about how you might feel.
They're black and white. Mm-hmm. You know, some guy told me, like, men are very simple. Just feed us, fuck us, and, like, stroke our ego. We're not that hard to please.
That's it. And unfortunately, I'm mad that I didn't know that, like, earlier in life. It's really sad that older women don't just break that down to you, like, when you're dating age or when you're first, like, about to start dealing with guys. They don't just tell you, like, that they're very simple. Because we rack our brains doing all of this shit.
We, like, well, maybe he was upset because I flipped my hair this way when we were in public, and then the wind was blowing at a 45-degree angle, and like this other person said I look nice. Like, when it's like, no, like it's not
like
that
he's upset
complicated.
because y'all haven't ate yet, and earlier when he was trying to fuck, you was acting like you didn't want to.
Like, we women were deep thinkers. We really like consider everything.
Well, we were in the car, his phone did ring, and then he didn't answer it. So maybe he's upset about who called him and the fact that he couldn't answer it. Maybe it's somebody else. Ooh, maybe he didn't want to answer it in front of me. Like, how about it was a bill collector, bitch, and now he worried about the bill he got to pay while he's about to take your ass out. And he was trying to eat, and he was trying to fuck you tonight.
Or you overthink, I know you've done this, you overthink a situation that wasn't as complicated as you thought it was.
Oh, and for sure. And then
you hit the person up like, oh, so I'm blocked now? Oh, so you're not going to text me back? Oh, okay. No, I know you blocked my phone because it rang 2 times. Like, you didn't answer it, and that means I'm blocked. Like, no, like, I'm asleep.
I've done the extras.
I was like, oh, my bad.
I called you 2 times. I wasn't even trying to blow you up. It was very serious. And then you didn't even say anything. So I feel like we was broken up. I got a whole new boyfriend today in 2 hours when it was like, oh, I was at work. And, you know, sometimes I work at work. And I couldn't just be on my phone.
We just assume the worst from niggas, right? We can't even assume the positive.
And it's not only that we assume the worst. We act on that information. That's not true. Like, we'll cuss you out. We'll treat you with attitude.
Well, have a nice life. Have a blessed life. I'll be praying for you.
Don't pray for me, bitch, with that badass attitude.
Have a nice one.
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah.
I hope you find what you're looking for. That's what I said.
What you mean?
Why you tripping? I lost my phone.
It was nice knowing me. That's how you know a nigga cares, if he calls you after you send it.
If he calls you after you tell him, I'm like, delete my number, okay?
Yeah, bye.
Man, what you tripping for?
Mm-hmm. That's how you know he care.
If you block his call and he emails you.
Yes.
He loves you.
Well,
I see that you blocked me because
you blocked me first, and that's why I unfollowed you. Maybe I'm just childish.
Oh, it gets so deep so quick.
Oh, did I snort? I'm crying. Holy shit, man.
It gets so deep so quick. And like you said, we never assume good. We always assume bad. I've never been like, oh, maybe he didn't, he was late picking me up from work because he bought me flowers. And like, that took an exponentially long time. And like, this nigga late. He always fucking doing some stupid shit. Always out here fucking with these hoes. Where are you at?
Oh my God. Or you just start off and we just went off on a tangent. I'm just like, when you start off in a good mood, then they running late. You're just like, well, this fucks up my plan and my makeup and my hair because I was planning on heading out the door at this time.
Now I don't even want to go.
At all.
When, like you said, they're very simple.
Yeah.
Fuck them, feed them, instruct the ego. I learned that, like I was saying, very recently. Once at my job, I had a very, like, older, maybe he was, like, 60s boss, and he did something. And I was like, oh, thanks, Bob. You're the man. And he came back out of his office. Like, he walked past and he came back out. He was like, oh, my God, thank you so much, Tam. He was like, nobody tells me that. I was like, oh, shit.
Yikes.
Did you just get some appreciation that you've been yearning for in other places, in other areas of your life? Mm-hmm. So I just decided I'm going to practice that at home. I'm going to be like, damn.
So being too independent means that you're non-inclusive of the other individual?
Yeah. And like,
you don't
like
want to let them in.
You don't leave space for that person. Be that in your life, be that in your day-to-day activities, in your schedule.
I feel like you have to earn that space.
But how am I even gonna earn it if you don't give me space to show you that I'm like worth it?
I mean, bye.
Be around like when I'm not doing nothing.
Not being raggedy, like actually having something going for yourself. Listen, I will submit. Submit.
The other thing I will say, though, is I feel like girls, we want a lot from a guy. Like, we'll have this whole list. Like, oh, I want a guy that does this, and this. And, like, I want a guy that's super driven. But those type of guys, like, most of the time, they're not relationship guys because they don't have time for it. Mm. So why would this guy that's, like, super all about his money, all about his career, all about blah, 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 not all about you, bitch? He's got bigger fish to fry. So, like, you got to kind of find a guy that's either on your level or, like, a step below you. So, like, when you're not busy, he cannot be busy as well. And then y'all can hang out.
I don't want no step below. I'm sorry. I've worked very hard to get a step above of where I was before. Ain't no behind. Ain't no looking back.
It doesn't have to be everything, though. It could be a step below in many ways. It's just a step below. So, like, maybe this...
What's the step below? You work at Carl's Jr.?
No, see? That's what the drastic stuff is.
Hell no, nigga. I don't work retail no more. I have an office job. You need to have one, too.
I'm not eating no fast food ass nigga.
The fuck? You bringing home McDoubles and shit? No.
Oh, my God.
No.
No, but it... Oh my God. It could be a step below. Like, okay, you work at an office. Maybe he also works in the office, but like you have the weekends off all the time, and like he doesn't. He's in a more precarious office job. Like, you know, it doesn't, not the same. Or maybe he has the same type of job as you, sure, but he has these other responsibilities. Ooh, maybe he has a kid. One kid. We already talked about the one kid policy, and like that takes up some of his free time. So he's not as available as you, but he still tries. So it's just like a step below. He got a kid. You don't got no kid. You out here free. Do whatever you want. He's a step behind in life. He's got the kid. He's got other responsibilities. Maybe that might make him a better partner because, you know, he's lived a little bit. He's aware of certain things.
I guess I just have to learn how to be like less selfish. Like for me, when I want to go on a trip or a vacation, most of the time I don't bring people with me because I feel like you're going to slow me down. And like, because I want to go at this time and you can't go at this time, like I don't want to have to wait for you to be able to do what I want to do. Honestly. And I'm just like, damn, like, so if I had a whole boyfriend with that, would I be the same way? Like, well, sorry, you can't go to Cuba at this time, so I guess I'm just gonna go. I'll be back. Like,
so either it's like you find a person who like you don't care about compromising stuff for because it's like really important that you do it to them with them, or like you like them enough that you just want to like do certain things with them, so you work around that. Or you find a person that doesn't care about like you being independent and like doing your own thing to a certain extent, like as long as you make time for them. Say if he can't go to Cuba the same time as you, but you make time to see him every night the week before you're about to leave, like okay, cool, we make a compromise. Or you're just gonna be by yourself and you're gonna get the drive-by dick, and that's cool. Like,
oh no,
some ladies get that. They don't care.
No,
I know some 40-year-old ladies that just travel and don't got kids. They're just the auntie. They're the fun auntie.
Is the fun auntie really the hoe auntie?
In my experience.
Okay. I'm just
most definitely. Ain't nobody locked it down yet. There's definitely a reason.
Okay, I've seen in movies.
Either it's the hoe auntie or it's the gay auntie. So,
all right. All right.
Because they have less responsibility.
It's a very good topic.
I just saw my nieces. I was Auntie Tam. They were very excited. I was fun. They like all the stuff I have going on because I'm young. And I'm not the one that's in the house with them yelling at them all the time. Not their moms. They're happy like it's a fresh victim.
Like they can just run game on you.
Yeah, what do you mean? They ask me for whatever. I'm not just tired of them.
Right.
Back it up. You just have some soda.
Like I'm going home in like a couple days. This is fine.
Do whatever you want.
Wow.
Yeah, so you don't want to do that.
What an interesting list of responses that we've gotten here.
Very much so.
Did I ever answer the question, or did I just like...
Can you be too independent? What do you think? Do you think you can be too independent? Or like, because you said you kind of came about this when you were reflecting on yourself. So you kind of did answer the question in a way.
Slightly.
But
a little. Just a tad.
But do you think that you're too independent? Or do you think that you're not too independent? There's just certain things that you could tweak a little bit, adjust to make space for a person, a deserving person.
Do you think that I think that I'm too independent? I'm going to pull a nigga move on you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Like, not answer the question. Just flip it to deflect from yourself.
And now we arguing.
I'm torn because I want to say yes. At sometimes I feel that I can be, where in fact I don't know how to accept help from other people, like not even just like men, like because I don't expect a man to do something for me if we're not serious, if we're just talking, you know what I mean? Like I don't expect you to do that type of stuff. I think it's odd, like if we're just like getting to know each other and you want to do all this shit for me besides feed me and take me cool places. Gifts freak me out. Like I don't know. I just don't like stuff like that. If that makes me too independent, I don't know. Because I think you've seen it, and obviously I've seen it. Like, when I really do like somebody, I'll do my female diligence, my female due diligence. I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll feed and fuck you, whatever. Like, I'll make sure you're taken care of because I care about you. So maybe it's just about me liking you enough.
Yeah, like liking you enough to put some of my stuff aside.
Yeah, like, but I have to
But
really...
also...
What?
Also, I know the type of guy that you say that you want to be with, and it's the type of guy that takes care of things and like that can handle things. So if you, even in like getting to know each other process, old people call it courting process, if in that process you're meeting those guys that you say you want, but you're not allowing them to like show you that they can handle shit, you're fucking it up. So like, sure, a gift, it might creep me out and I might feel away about it, but just because you give me a gift don't mean I'm marrying you. Like, it don't. Just because you fix some shit on my car or my house or whatever does not mean I'm stuck here with you. But that's just you showing me like your worthiness. You're trying to prove it to me. So work. Like, what are you willing to do for it? Show me, because I'm under the impression that you get the best from a man at the beginning. Before you fuck a guy, you're getting the best that he has to offer.
Yeah.
So fucking bring that shit out.
It goes downhill from there.
It all goes downhill. So show me the best that you have to offer, and I want to watch the show. Like, I need to enjoy this. So later on, if the relationship gets fucked up, at least I
have
can
cool
remember
memories.
the good times. No, but if I just started off like, no, I got it, I'm setting myself up. No, nigga, if you want to Superman this shit for 6 months, be my guest. Fly around with your cape. Solve all my problems.
Superman the shit in the beginning, and then it's like later on, it's like, whoa.
They die. They fall on the couch.
What happened?
They get tired.
You weren't this person.
So take the good. Why are we pushing the good back? No. Take it. You could have got a free tire. Do you know how much tires cost? I bet you do now.
Oh my God. Whatever. Tires ain't cheap. They $20. Let's be for a used one.
For a used one, and I can get you some more shit.
Right. A new one's what, like $75
or $100.
Yeah, I'm like, that's still not expensive. I got $100. I guess that's the problem.
Exactly. Because you could have had $100 in your pocket. I went to a tire place because I had a tire issue and I wanted to get a used one, right? Because I was broke that day. It was like the middle of the week. I wasn't going to get paid, but I just needed to fix this tire. And I was just talking to the guy, being nice, like telling him about what happened. I need to go to work, blah, blah, blah. This messed up my day. And I didn't even pay him. I just left. He never like gave me a receipt. He was never like, oh, you got to drive around the outside of this part where we're putting on your tire to go pay. I left. I got a free tire just by being nice. I'm not going to drive back and be like, hey, sir. You forgot to charge me. I got your $20 right here. Your $40. Fuck all of that.
Right.
Bye.
Oh my gosh.
I once got a man at AutoZone.
So then maybe it's not about being too independent. Maybe it's just about a woman having too much pride.
Too much pride. There you go. Pride kills. It kills. I got a man at AutoZone to fix my blinker light for me. He put the whole shit in. Just because I acted confused. I was confused. It wasn't a joke. He fixed it. Who am I to be like, no, I got this. I can YouTube it. Back up. Fuck all of that. You fix my light. I'll leave AutoZone. Never see you again. Thank you.
Yeah. And I do that too. Like, I don't like asking my parents for help. I don't like asking friends for help. Like, I just like to do everything on my own so no one can ever throw shit in my face that they helped me. Because when you can't say that you helped me, you have no power over me.
I feel that way too. And I still feel that way about a lot of stuff. But I feel differently if you offer. Because I can only feel like you helped me, or that like, oh, you did something for me, you went out of your way, if I asked you. If I didn't ask you, if you offered, then that was a gift. Okay? And if we're talking about shit about gifts we give, then that just makes you a bad person.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not going to let you make me feel bad for some shit that you offered me. And guys really try to do that, though. So I get what you mean. Like, okay, this guy took you on all these dates, or he bought you this or that, just trying to be fake nice. And then now he's like throwing it in your face.
After everything I did, like...
Okay.
You're supposed to. What do you mean?
You wanted to. That's what I would say. I'm
baby
throwing
boy. What do you mean? You're a man. You're supposed to do that for me. Okay? I don't know, man. It's really weird out here. Anywho, are we wrapping up at this point?
I guess so. Do we have any more responses?
That was pretty much it. I didn't really get too many other like female perspectives like that.
Let's see. No, I didn't get any girl perspective. But yes, I just think don't be too independent, because then you're just gonna be the old lady on the bus
with cats. That's my worst fear in life, is to become the cat lady.
The cat lady, or just the junk lady, the house full of meaningless stuff.
I'm like, look, either I'm gonna be like really like successful and like independent and like on some Angela Bassett type shit. Does she have kids?
Yeah, she's married.
Okay, see, why can't I have it all like her?
She probably got to stroke her husband's ego and like act like she
Who's
don't
her
make no money.
husband?
He's an actor too.
Okay, he's on the same fucking level.
Maybe not. I don't see him getting in fucking Black Panther. He's probably not bringing the checks like Angela Bassett.
Oh, like Tia and her husband?
Yes.
Oh.
Just because we got the same job, and we got the same check.
The same level of success. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense then, if I do believe so. All right, well, let us know what you think in the comments. Text us, tweet us, DM us, whatever you need to do to get in contact with us. Do you have anything else?
No. Follow us at SoSheSaid show on Instagram. DM us. Tell us what you think. Give us topics to talk about, stuff you want to hear about us. If you email us anything, DM us anything, we'll read it.
Did you like that? Bye, guys.
Bye.